boy Drizzy P the gift. Shout out KUT Media.
What's good, everybody? It's Tee Becoate, KUT Media. Today we got a special guest, Drizzy P. What's good, my boy? How you?
Good. Blessed.
Okay, cool. How's New York City for you, man? How New York City treating you?
I'm loving it. It's dope out here, for sure.
Is this your first time?
Nah, I've been here a few times.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're from PA, right?
Yep.
And the city outside of Pennsylvania, outside of Philly.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
it's called Bruma. When I would be in the city, I'd be there staying with my manager. So I was in the city a lot with him.
Geedy, what's up? So your manager Geedy, you met him back home in Philly.
Yeah.
And y'all been working together, and I read up and I saw y'all started your own record label.
Yeah, Above Nothing.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
how did that come about?
He had it before he found me.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And how long have you known each other?
Like 3 years now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and how'd you meet?
Through Instagram. He was
IG.
working with another artist at the time, and he had hit me up for he wanted me to do a feature with the artist that he was with at the time, and then he came to me and was like, asked me if I had any management or anything going on. And at the time, I just had my friends running a little page for me, posting my shit, trying to send it out to people, and then I was like, the rest was history. We got in the studio like the next day after we was talking about it, and then just went from there.
So when he hit you up, did you think it was real, or you thought he was like a scam?
Nah, I knew it was real because we were talking for like a few months before that, just about this song, doing the feature for his artist.
Okay, cool. And let's go back a little bit to like your upbringing. When did you really start falling in love with music?
7 years ago.
7 years ago?
Yeah, so when I was like 13, 14, I was playing around with it for a while, but once I started like really locking in and I gave up on baseball, I was like, yeah, music is it. Like, I always loved music even before I was recording, just because the feelings that it can give you and everything.
And you said give up on baseball, so you was nice in baseball.
Like, right, I was that boy in baseball, man.
What you was playing?
Second base, shortstop.
Okay, nice. Damn. So how did it feel to have to give up baseball?
I mean, to be real, it at first like just the thought of it hurt, but then I was like, it was easy for me because I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Music is what I really want to do.
All right, nice. So who are you bumping at 13 years old, 7 years ago in PA?
A whole lot. From Wayne, Meek, Drake, Nelly, 50, all them people, Eminem, and then even like alternative music and all that, because I was, my upbringing like through music, like my grandfather, my mom, my grandma, they introduced me to like so many different genres of music, so I was listening to a lot coming up.
Right. Who would you say was your top 3 most bumped artists during that time period?
During that time period, I'd probably say Meek, Drake, and Wayne.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And I see you got Wayne and Drake up there.
Yeah.
And speaking of Wayne and Drake, signing Young Money.
Right.
The new Young Money.
Yes,
the
sir.
old Young Money, new Young Money.
Yes,
and I
sir.
found out about you. I checked out your bars on I-95 freestyle.
You fucking with it?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, he's snapping. And I was reading through the comments. I always read through the comments and shit.
Right.
And people was on there like, yo, he's really going crazy.
Yeah.
So like when you did that freestyle, like how'd that come about? Before we even get to the freestyle, let's talk about getting the deal. Now your manager, he has connections to Mac Main
right.
and Weezy.
Yeah.
So like how did that all come about?
So we flew out there like November 2020 and met with Mac in Miami at a basketball gym. I tell the story all the time. We were shooting around, chopping it up, and Mac had booked a studio session at the Hit Factory in Miami for the day after. I showed him my music, he fucked with it, and then they called my manager in like April 2021, told me to come out Miami again, and I was introduced to Wayne.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what are those moments like I know what it is when you apply for something or you do something,
Right.
you like, yo, I know how body that.
Yeah.
And you're just waiting for them to hit you back.
No,
So what was those moments like?
It's surreal. Like a lot of the times it don't feel real. And to me, like all of this, everything that's going on now, it still hasn't like really hit me for real. Like I haven't been able to like really soak it in too much, because I don't want to soak in it too much. I want to just keep moving forward. Like I tell Mac and Wayne and Geedy, all them, every chance that I get, how grateful I am and everything, but I just keep moving forward. I use everything as I'm seeing things go up, I use it all as more motivation and more, like I still got more hunger in me, because I want to take this shit to a whole different level.
Nice.
Yeah.
So April comes around, 2021, they
Yeah.
give you a call back.
Yeah.
So do you go meet Mac and Wayne
Yeah.
in person?
So that was the first time we started working on like the Young Money compilation album. So like all the new artists were linked up at first, and then the older artists came like a little later in the week.
Nice.
And we all met, and we was all just working, and like we had like 2 studio rooms, just everybody going back and forth, just laying verses on everything. And then we went to Wayne's skate park where he got his studio at, showed him some of the things that we were cooking up. And then we were leaving the studio to go to the hotel to catch our flight. And they called us back. They were like, yo, no, Wayne wants you to go to his studio, record with him. Yeah, so we recorded like all night, locked in.
You know what's the crazy shit? You're the second artist this year that I interviewed that like was an upcoming artist, and
right.
Wayne called him like, yo, come to the studio.
Yeah.
So like Wayne got his ear to like
right.
the younger artists.
Definitely.
So
definitely.
when you're in the Wayne with Stu, when you're in the studio with Wayne,
yeah.
you say he's one of your favorite artists as a youngster.
Yeah.
Now you're in the studio with him. Like, how is that?
That shit felt like a movie. I ain't gonna lie. I can say I was nervous as shit for sure.
Right.
Nervous as fuck, and I was like, I gotta be on top of my game, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta thug it out. In that moment, you gotta thug it out. So I thugged it out, laid some hot shit with him, and right.
Nice. And you said you met the old Young Money.
Yeah, everybody.
So you was in the studio with Drake and Nicki and all.
Oh no, I ain't meet them.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't meet them.
But some of the other artists.
Yeah.
And the new artists that's from the new Young Money roster, you know, how's your camaraderie with them? Like your chemistry with them?
We locked in, super locked in. That's family.
Okay,
sure.
dope. And since you've been a Young Money, how's life been since you've been signed?
Blessed, super blessed, for sure.
What's the best experience you've had so far since signing?
Just having the opportunity in general. I mean, that's like everything. I can't really just pinpoint one thing that's been like the best part of it. It's just the whole thing in general and seeing everything come to fruition. Like all the hard work finally paying itself back.
Right. I had to go back to listen to your tape you dropped this year too. Yeah. Yeah. Like when I listen to your sound, it's definitely melodic and like to me it's like a mixture of like A Boogie and Quantum Rondo. Right. But I hate to compare people.
No,
I always hate to compare artists, but that's what I hear when I listen to you. But I'm like, yo, this is fire.
A Boogie inspired me a lot though. Right. Not gonna lie. Like his first album, Artist, inspired me a lot for sure.
Okay, cool. Alright, cool. And then so with the new single out,
yeah.
What's next? Like you coming out with a tape,
Another
EP?
single. January.
Okay.
I ain't gonna tell you the date yet, but January for sure.
Right.
And then album on the way.
And I want to ask this, like being an artist as a kid, and now you sign, you official now. Was that a dream of yours to sign a major label?
Yeah. And it's crazy that it's Young Money because I wasn't just a fan of Wayne. I was a fan of all of Young Money as a whole as well. So like I was listening to them. Like everybody growing up, like going to my baseball games and baseball practices. So the fact that this is the label that, you know what I'm saying, where I ended up being is crazy, for sure.
And I want to hark back to something that we was on earlier in the interview.
Right.
You know, you had the connection through your manager,
yeah. Having
a strong support team around you. I just interviewed an artist recently, and they spoke on having that strong support team, that strong management team behind you.
Right.
So like, how has having that team around you, helped your career?
Yeah, it's a blessing. They all my rocks. When I'm down, they always pick me up. They always make sure I'm going harder than, you know what I'm saying, every single day that I step in the studio or do anything to make sure I'm giving my all. No matter if I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, they gonna push me every day to go as hard as I can.
And what would you say your inspiration is? Like, what pushes you?
My family and, people my supporters, like people that believe in me.
Right.
Sure.
And I saw your publicist, she was getting on you a little bit earlier before we started the interview. She said you always look like you're thinking.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself a deep thinker?
Heavy thinker. Very deep thinker as well, for sure.
Do you feel like it helps with your creative process?
Yeah, most definitely. Because, it enables me to, you know what I'm saying, be better at, like, storytelling and, diving deeper into my brain to, you know what I'm saying, create great music and just art in general.
Okay, cool. And I want to ask, when you sign to a label, get that deal, people think it's probably like all roses and peaches. I know you probably went through some.
You gotta work hard.
Some hard work, some tough times.
Yeah, just because you get signed, it doesn't mean your life changes like that. Now you gotta work harder because you competing with the big dogs now.
Right.
Not just no underground artists no more.
What's that pressure like? How you deal with that? You're still fairly young.
I'm built for it. I knew what I was getting myself into when I got into the music industry, so I'm built for it. You know what I'm saying? Pressure make diamonds.
Facts. Diamond cut media.
Yeah.
Facts. All right, cool. So, bro, to wrap up this interview, I want to first thank you for sitting down and chopping it up with me.
Of course, I appreciate you for allowing me to come up here.
Of course. And to wrap up the interview, I do this every interview I do. I always ask the interviewee to drop some gems or some inspiration for some people that's watching the interview, you know, may want to be in your seat one day.
Most definitely, just keep working, keep your head up, stay positive always, and you know what I'm saying, study your craft, continue to perfect it. I mean, like I tell everybody, I say it a lot in interviews, like for me, like even when I'm not at the studio, I'm not doing interviews or shooting music videos, whatever, I'm in the crib. I don't go out, I'm in the crib working, studying. I'm either reading thesauruses to grow my vocabulary, watching interviews to, you know what I'm saying, pick up on other people's mannerisms and things so I could better myself as a whole, you know what I'm saying? And even just watching like inspiring things and, you know, just growing your mind as a whole, not even just your craft, becoming better as a person as well.
Nice. Yeah. So Drizzy P, let the people know where they can get you find you on social media and stream your music.
Y'all can find me on all social medias at I am Drizzy P and all music streaming platforms at Drizzy P.
Drizzy P, T, Diamond Cut Media, signing out.
Appreciate you.